Steve, a roller coaster afternoon here at Haringey, but we're on top and a 2-1 win.
Yeah, it was. We were confident this morning. We've always been confident in the quality of the players. It's just been very difficult to get consistency in the team. We knew that we'd be up against it today, despite their loss last week. I think that them losing puts the emphasis on them having to win the game today. But you know, I thought we got it absolutely spot on today tactically, and you know, it's hard fought. There's no walkovers in this league, especially, you know, they're second in the league, and it's an enormous win. I don't think the players realise what they've done today.
For someone maybe reading this on Twitter at home, might have thought it was Haringey in the first half and then we took over in the second half, but it was nothing like that at all. We were fairly strong throughout the game.
Absolutely. You can never shut out a team for 90 minutes. You'll always concede chances, but the way we set up today, what we've asked of the team, they've executed that game plan remarkably well.
Come on! Come on! Go on, Amit. Go on, Lenny. Come on. Go on, Lenny.
And for you personally, watching from the sidelines, you feel like they're all in control now once they're over the line. Was it a little bit feeling sick there?
It is, because you know, you've seen some of the results, and we've sometimes, you know, we've lacked that little bit of quality sometimes in the final third, but that's natural. But today, you know, you couldn't help but kind of be emotional with the game, the way the game was being played out. We came from 1-0 down.
Go on, yes! Come on, Wingate, come on! Yes! Come on! Yes! Come on!
This is a tremendous effort from the boys. We spoke up half time. We said exactly what they need to do, and that was to believe. And if you don't believe, you're not going to create anything. It doesn't matter how good you are. And the spirit that they showed, and we came under immense pressure at the end. And Glory, you know, pulled out some fantastic saves. Sean, last-ditch tackle was tremendous. I mean, that balance and decision-making today was tremendous.
And going into Saturday now, for the first time in over a month, it's in our hands again. Is the message just focus on us and forget everything else now?
Absolutely. We certainly try to focus on what we're doing, and prepare the boys as best we can. If you think about what other teams are doing, you can get caught up in their decision making and their shape, when we've got enough in this changing room to go and beat any side when we're fully on it. We've come in at a difficult time. It's going to go right to the wire. It's in our hands, but again, the players have given themselves that opportunity to do that. Now the draws that we've got last minute, we've picked up points. We've got, you know, it's all come down to on Saturday, which is, you know, it's a big boost for us, this win. But again, we reset now. We train again on Thursday. We make sure that the players are clear on what it is we need to do, and again, we try to execute the game plan come Saturday.
Finally, on today, any standout names you want to mention, or was it really a massive collective effort?
No, I've just said to the manager, for me, what the players have done today individually, I mean, they've done things that has surprised me. Backs against the wall. And you can say everything you want to players at half time when they're 1-0 down. We've had 3 losses.
Yeah.
And you sit in the changing room as a player, and it's hard to to really believe in what you need to do, and someone saying to you it's very difficult, but they've come out second half, and what they've done in 45 minutes was incredible. I don't think they realise what they've just done against a very good side that were under a lot of pressure to win today. We were under a lot of pressure, difficult, different pressures, but we managed that pressure well. You could see that from individual performances today. I can't name any individual player because for me, every single one of them was outstanding.
Yep. Thank you very much, Steve. See you Saturday.
Thank you.
Franco, a dramatic 2-1 victory here at Haringey Borough. What's the thoughts like within the whole camp?
Relief, joy, but also satisfaction. I think because if you look at the game the way it panned out, I'm under no illusions that we deserve that today. We deserved it. So there is an element of relief, of course there is, you know, but at the same time, a massive feeling of elation. And when it's back in your hands, it gives you a different perspective on things. So we've had time after the game to realise that opportunity, not get carried away. So it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling to come here, especially, and get the 3 points. So yeah.
And how pleased were you with the character, especially after obviously the mistake that we made and then decisions going against us as well, but to come out and to basically put them against the wall, you know, it just shows what a tremendous spirit we have in this world.
I think the first thing you mentioned about the mistake is key, and psychologically for a player, if you consider the goal when you've been cut open with great play from your position, that's you can look at it from one perspective. When you give a goal away in the manner we did, you sort of you don't sort of feel as if we've been done. We've done ourselves, so you can build from that. It also sparks some anger in some players, maybe the fact that we've let ourselves down again. It's not the first time this season. So the first thing was, yes, it was our mistake, so it was in our hands to then rectify it, and the boys did. Second half, keeping a clean sheet against this lot here at home. I thought that was just purely down to the manner in which we conceded the first goal. That was what I put it down to, because it was a big error, and it was an embarrassing error for that individual. It must have been embarrassing for him at that time because you made a massive mistake, but it spurs something on inside of you. So I'm glad that we decided it now. I'm glad we considered that way rather than get cut open by beautiful football, which they didn't do all game.
Was there anything that surprised you about the way how we approached the second half, especially as obviously in recent weeks, you know, just things have been going against us, confidence low, but to come out and to literally look like we were the team higher up in the table?
Well, yes, I think the referee today, when you look at how he performed in the first half compared to how he performed in the second half, some decisions that I should imagine both teams will argue were incorrect. So when you're there at half time and you're talking to these boys and you've been there yourself and you understand how difficult it is to take all this information on board and then deal with the emotions of having so many bad decisions go against you, in your opinion, of course.
Wingate! Wingate!
Go on, Eddie, go on! Yes, go on!
Wingate!
Oh! Go on, Eddie, man!
I wasn't surprised because when you're in that change room at half time and you can, it's tangible. Not so much anger, the determination amongst everybody, and it was good to have a good clear out of our emotions in there. And the boys responded. They took all the instructions on. Tactically today, huge credit's got to go to Dave today and Steve, obviously, for getting the tactics right today. It worked. We had no doubt it would work, providing the boys applied themselves to that. And barring the error we made, we come out of this game winning 2-0, which is, you know, a good way to look at it. Because if you look at the way we created our goals, no one gave us anything today. We had to work hard for everything we got.
Come on, Wingate! Oh! Come on, Nate!
Come on.
Go on, Reece. Let's get past him. Go on, Reece. Go on.
Is anyone in the middle?
All over him!
Go on. Oh! And now, obviously, going into next week, our future's in our own hands as well, which obviously we're just supposed to bolster the confidence. How do you see that one going? And is it just a case of focusing on ourselves, or would you have one eye on other results?
I think the cliche thing to say would be, oh no, we're not going to look at any other results, we're going to concentrate on ourselves. And I think that's what we're going to be doing. That's exactly what we'll be doing. We're going to look at providing what we do on that pitch is down to us. We win, we've got no problems. If you start looking at other results, even after 70 minutes or at half time, and you do that, you don't focus on what you need to do. I'm a big believer in that. Afterwards you have a look, and if it's gone your way, it's gone your way. You can look at it another way. You can look at the last 10 minutes of a game, and any manager will tell you this, probably, I hope so. The last 10 minutes of a game, if you're thinking, well, we're drawing, and yet the other two teams are losing by 2 or 3 goals, and you don't need to push as much. For example, you don't need the result as much as you thought you would at 0 minutes or 1 minute. So you can look at it both ways. Me personally, if you're asking me the question, everything's just completely out of the way. We just focus on the game, and if we do our job and we get we get the result at home, then we've got nothing to worry about. It's purely down to us, and after today's effort, Saturday's effort took a lot out of us. So we need to recover well, and it's not a given. That's a tough game Saturday, huge game, and I can't underestimate it. I'll be telling the players all week, don't think it's done, because it really isn't yet. It really isn't done, and hopefully when they look how serious I am when I say it to them, they'll believe me.
Thanks, Franco. Well done.
Anthony, a 2-1 win at Haringey Borough. The whole changing room must be thrilled now.
Oh, definitely. Everyone in there right now literally are buzzing. Words literally can't describe obviously how that feels. But even at 1-0 down at first half, all telling each other, look, end of the day, we have not even started playing well yet. The goal was a mistake, but I think the way the first half went, we needed that to get a reaction. I think if we stayed 0-0, it would have been a dangerous game. We would have sit back or go for the winner. But knowing that we had to chase the game, I think literally that was the best thing. Even though it must have been hard for you guys on the sideline, us chasing a game where we 1-0 down, but we believed in each other. Tell each other look, end of the day, it's a big 45 minutes. It's not over till the referee blows it. So that's all we can do. Just pick each other like brothers and keep going.
I remember a couple of months ago, your first game actually, had you and Aliou sitting on the sidelines after Folkestone. He'd scored a goal to bring us. Sorry, you'd scored the goal to bring us back in. He'd scored the equaliser. This time he's got the equaliser, and you've got the winner.
Yeah,
brothers.
Funny thing, first off, because it's one of those, isn't it? Like you said, brothers, because he came literally had a little go at me. He's look, come on, you can do better. We need you to do better. Because at the end of the day, he can't score a 30-yard screamer from the back, so
you never know.
He has to start from me, and obviously he goes through the team. So
It started good, but it just Oh, come on, Tony!
Go on, Tony, go on! Go on, Mendy! Oh!
They don't even trust me.
I got you that. Come on, Winky! Come on, Winky!
Yes, good ball. Come on! Go on, Mendy! Oh!
But honestly, the feeling how I feel right now, I'm buzzing. Like I said, when I came here, obviously, my aim was obviously try to score goals for myself and keep the team up. So if that happens, I think it's a winner for both of us.
I mean, he probably wasn't thrilled at the ball. Good!
Oh!
And drop the ref!
Yes! Just! Come on! Yes! on! Yes! Come on, Tom, yes!
And from that same interview, I remember you saying you came into the dressing room and it just didn't feel like a team who was threatened by relegation. We've got one big step to go now on Saturday. Does it feel like it can be done now?
Oh yeah, 100%. End of the day, like, it's in our hands now, but for me, like, we should not be going into that game saying, we're going to win. End of the day, like, the ability is there. It's just all about just polishing the other things, like, to get through the line. But all I'm saying is it's like, the boys, like, it's literally been the best group I've played with. Like, and I played with some teams where it's like, players have been places, but what I like about here is like it's a family club.
Yeah.
No egos like around or anything, starting from the management and even the chairman himself. So all I just want to say is just thank you to everyone at Wingate, like, because I've literally started enjoying my football again.
I think we're going to cry here. And finally, for you to score the winner, you knew that there was a little bit of the game to go as well, and we had eyes on the other games. Did you know what was going on elsewhere, or?
No, funny how I don't like concentrating on all that, because your mindset at times, like, takes you away from what you need to do if you're looking over your shoulder. So that's how, obviously, first time I had to feel like half chances. I was just thinking in my head, please don't come back and bite us. But when obviously they had that chance where he hit the post and collide the other one, I just knew, like, yeah, it's gonna be our day today. Like, literally, only we could have lost it ourselves.
Yeah. And let's hope the same again on Saturday.
Definitely,
well done, man.
big game Saturday now. Like, let's just enjoy the week now, man. Train hard and look after ourselves.
Well done, mate.
Oh, thank you very much.
Well done! It's in our hands! Come on! Come on!
In our hands.
Come on! Come on! Come on! Get in there, come on!
It's in our hands.
Yes, Siege, come on, yes.
In our hands.
It's in our hands, Franco. Yes. Yes, Ola. Yes, Reese. Come on. Yes, Charlie. Oh, yes, well done, man. Yes, come on, Steve. Good. 0-0. It's in our hands. Yes, come on. Come on. Yes. Red Rovers, Blue Army. Blue Rovers, Blue Army. Come on.